Today I will be buying every new brain rot from the new Christmas update, starting with Ballerina Peppermintina. Alright, so we're on the website and I just put it in and there's 66 found, which is actually kind of surprising since the update just dropped. So let me find the one that I want to buy. Alright, Ballerina Peppermintina. Let me take a look. 215,000 a second. Alright, let's buy it. Alright, so I just joined a guy who added us and bro's base is over here. I'm already seeing the brain rot that we bought off of the website, 215k a second. And before we steal the brain rot, hold on. Stupid bum! Let's take this. She doesn't even seem phased by it, but it's okay. Alright. We got the brain rot in the base. Ballerina Peppermintina, 215k a second. Alright, it's looking like we need to go back to the website to buy the second brain rot. Alright, so next up is Ho 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 Sahur. 51 items found, which again is surprising. So let me find the one that I'm gonna buy. Alright, this one looks good. Ho 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 Sahur, 26 million a second. It looks like it has 2 trades. Let me check the feedback. It's looking good. Alright, let's buy this one. Alright, so we just joined bro's game and bro's over here. And bro, what the is this normal to have a lost secret combination 1 billion radioactive in your base? Like what? Hold on. Stupid bum. Okay, let's steal the Ho 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 Sahur, 26 million, 2 traits. Let's steal it, bring it back to the base over here. Okay, now we have 2 of the brain rots, so let's move on to the third one. Alright, so this is the next brain rot, La Vaca Presente, and let's just find one that I can buy. Alright, here we go. La Vaca Presente. It's looking pretty good. It's only 600k a second, but that should be fine. It's only 399, not 399, 390, so let's buy this. Alright, the base is looking pretty jolly so far, but our other person is over here and bro's base is stacked. Oh my gosh, but the La Vaca Presente is right here, 600k, so let's steal this. Wait, we forgot to do one thing. Stupid bum! Alright, let's go back to the base. Alright, 3 brain rots down. Alright, let's go to the 4th one. Alright, so back on the website, of course, and this is the next brain rot that we're actually gonna buy. And bro, wait, 10 items found? That's like so much less than the other ones. Alright, Ginger Centera, 1.4 million a second. It's looking pretty good, and I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the cooler brain rots. It looks like it has a tray on it, so let's buy this, $1. Alright, so we just bought the brain rot and bro's base is right here. His base is not stacked, not gonna lie, but let's steal this brain rot. Alright, we got the brain rot in the base, and wait, we forgot one thing. Stupid bum! Alright, on to the next brain rot. Alright, here we go. Reindeer Tralala is going to be the next brain rot. Alright, Reindeer Tralala, fast delivery, 600k a second, just like the La Vaca, $1. Let's buy this one. Alright, so Birdie's over here, and he has another brain rot in his base, which is actually better than the one that we bought. But it's fine, though. This is the Christmas brain rot. It actually looks really cool, I'm not gonna lie. Reindeer Tralala, 600k a second. Let's steal this and bring it back to the base. Alright, so now we have 5 brain rots, and hold on, let me collect my money. Alright, so now we have 5 brain rots. We're at 90 trillion. That's actually pretty good, but let's move on to the next brain rot. Alright, here we go. List Sahur is going to be our next brain rot. 92 items found, which is also, again, surprising. Okay, List Sahur. Bro looks kind of crazy, not going to lie, but $25. Let's buy this one. Alright, so 5 brain rots down, and the guy's in the server actually already, and his base is here. I'm not gonna lie, his base is looking pretty stacked, and bro already has one of the brain rots that we did buy, so. But this is the brain rot, 2 million. Wait, wasn't it 3 million on the website? Did we just get scammed? Whatever, it's still a Christmas brain rot. I'm gonna steal it, bring it back. Alright, so I just brought the list Sahur back, and I'm actually missing something. Stupid bum! I missed. Alright, let's go to the next brain rot. Alright, so next up we got Santeo, which is another Christmas brain rot. So let's just find the best one here. Alright, here we go. Santeo, not gonna lie, 800k, pretty buns, but it is a Christmas brain rot. $7.99. Let's buy this one. Alright, so I just joined in, and bro, look at all of our Christmas brain rots. We're looking so like in the holiday spirit. We look so good right now, I'm not gonna lie, but Brody's over here and his base is locked actually. Oh wait, he said something? It's unlocked? Oh. Okay. What else does bro have? Yes, my examine Las Vaquitas. I'm not gonna try to say that. This is the Santeo, 800k a second. So let's take this back to the base. Bro has a sack of presents. All right, look at all of our brain rots. Not gonna lie, we have like 2 more, I think. So let's get to the last 2 brain rots. All right, here we go. La Jolly Grande is gonna be our next brain rot, and bro, 636 items found already. Bro, people actually don't stop playing this game, but let's find a good one. All right, here we go. La Jolly Grande, 30 million a second. It looks pretty good, not gonna lie. The feedback is not looking bad, so I'm gonna buy this one. 8.99. All right, we just joined, and bro, what the heck? Bro only has 1 other brain rot in here. This base is so empty. But anyways, this is the brain rot, La Jolly Grande, 30 million a second. It's looking pretty good. Let's get this. Bring it back to the base. Okay, here we go. And now let's just move on to the last brain rot. All right, here we are, the last brain rot, Chiclatera Nolatera. Let's find one that suits us. Okay, Chiclatera Nolatera, still a brain rot. Bro, that doesn't even look like it's in the game, but it's fine. $6, let's buy this. All right, here we go. We're in a game with Noob67 Buns. Bro, what is that name even, bro? All right, but let's go get the brain rot. It's over here, and bro's base is actually looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Los Primos, 31 million. I might steal that one instead, not gonna lie. 15 million, Chiclatera, Nolatera, and you are not Santa, bro. Get off of Santa's sled. What is bro even doing? But let's steal this and bring it back to the base. All right, let's bring it back to the base, and oh my god, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro, our base looks like it's in Christmas spirit. Not even gonna lie, our base is looking like the most festive base in still a brain rot, bro. But wait, we forgot one thing. Where is he? Stupid a bomb. All right, we just hit Noob67 Buns with our bat. But anyways, make sure to comment down below what was your favorite Christmas brain rot in this video, and I will be giving these brain rots away to a lucky subscriber. So make sure to like and subscribe, and also comment down your username so I can add you. Peace.